Theater of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer Does Daggerheart, the TTRPG system made by Darrington Press and Critical Role. You're in for a seafaring, swashbuckling time, so sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome, you gorgeous clappers. This is take two. Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer Does Daggerheart. I'm Jacob Mations, Michael Briganti, Brandon McEwan, Hercules Mayes, Danielle Butlin. We already recorded this and it fucked up. So, sorry, y'all. How's everyone doing? It's like it's the first day of summer, isn't it?
It almost is. But it's the humidity that gets you.
What's humidity? What's the percentage of humidity? We've been through this.
I don't know. I did archery today.
Oh, did you?
I have a bruise.
Oh.
Great form. And
Crack it open a cold
there
one.
you go. This is like that 7-minute story that you have to now condense.
Yes. Now narrow it down. Look, we recorded the opening as it happens. Things fuck up, and we're here. We're excited to play. We have Brandon back.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Lucky's back. Woo. Lucky's back. What are our plans for the summer besides this?
I have another wedding that I have to go to. That I get to go to. It's a good one. It's one of the good weddings.
One of the good ones.
Yeah.
Yep. Hashtag not all
Getting
weddings.
invited to so many weddings though. My goodness.
Yeah, you're at that age.
Always a bridesmaid.
I got one from Vegas
never
though.
The bride.
No way.
You're not going?
No way.
Destination
man.
wedding, man.
And I'd be more keen for a destination wedding if it was like Scotland,
Vegas.
and then I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll make a
Sure.
trip out of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Versus Vegas, I have no intent.
I come back
no
way
desire.
more broke.
Yeah, I have no desire. I'm not gonna I'm not a gambler. I don't really drink. I'm not gonna get into clubs. I don't want to be in clubs. Why would I go?
You're not going to go to like.
Fam.
If my cousin is listening to this,
Just magic shows. like,
sorry.
every
Okay,
night.
that makes sense.
Oh my god. And she's getting remarried. This is like her third.
It's a class. It's a total Vegas
Yeah,
wedding.
yeah.
Congratulations. What about you guys? Anything interesting going on over the summer before we jump on in? I'm just trying to fill the time that we fucked.
I'll be starting rehearsals for Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh,
Are you Jesus Christ?
Nice.
No,
Damn it.
no,
Are you?
Are you a
what's his name?
superstar?
no, I am not. I am not Jesus Christ or Judas or
Judas. That was the next
or
one.
any of the. I'm one of the Pharisi Anas.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I auditioned with My mind is clearer now. At
Pilot song?
last, all too well. Heaven on My Mind. I auditioned with that for
Bard.
yeah.
Did you?
At the piano. I played it on the piano and sung it.
That's hectic.
When were auditions for Bard?
They're every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every year,
Around
and,
February.
and nobody gets them because they cast the same
Yeah.
24 people in every show.
Well, 'cause they
you
have,
made
like-
a point. Michael made a point.
I got an audition,
in
but
that you went to the
Hey.
audition, but the person who was directing the show this year, that's already been cast a year and a half ago, was running the audition rather than the next director.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they also have apprenticeships that they do,
Yeah.
and I would assume they would hire out of that.
Don't know. It's a mystery. The theater scene here is a
I don't
mystery.
know. They tell them themselves because they do these are new people in our company every year, and then you see it's all tech and background people, and then it's look at these one or two new actors, and it's
That being said, Ashley Corcoran is newish for Arts Club in the last 3 years. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Anything else interesting going on over the summer, or shall we
Camping.
camping?
Hey, nice.
Camping.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
gotta get tanned again. I
That-
refuse to be a white man any longer. I refuse.
Preach, sister.
I'm translucent right now. Yeah.
All right, you get adopted by one family.
You got a one black-owned business.
And they loved me because I wasn't blatantly racist like every other white person that walked past. and
Crazy that
walked
that's
in.
the bare
The
minimum.
block.
It's horrible that that's the bare minimum.
That's on the floor.
An interest in their culture and yeah. America, don't change.
Yeah.
Change.
Or do.
Please change.
Please change.
Please do. I wanted to go to Ren Fair so bad this year, but
Oh
no.
yeah. Yeah.
But no.
Any other summer plans, Danielle?
Just see how little I can work over the summer, but still afford to live.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the game.
You can work
Yeah.
very
That's
little,
game.
and it's very easy to do so. But if you want,
Yeah.
You will
Yeah.
afford. Yes. Well, why don't we jump into our next episode of Daggerheart?
Out of the dagger. Dagger.
Theater of the Mind Flayer.
In our last session, you guys, oh shit, I'm already fucked up. Wait. Me, cut this out.
I thought Caleb was the one that we made.
All right.
Zoom in.
It hurts.
There we go.
hurts.
Excellent.
You know that noise?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What?
People will know.
What?
Oh, we were recording.
Is this some bachelor
Are we gonna
thing?
cut this? No. You gotta leave it in for that sound effect.
Okay.
People will know.
Behind
What
the
is that sound
scenes,
effect?
what?
It's the old Battlefront game. The old one.
Oh,
It's like before you
okay.
started, it's like it zeroes in on like where the battle is.
Uh.
It's like doot 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 doot.
Yeah.
It does it like 3
Oh.
times. It gets closer and closer.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like Red Alert for some reason. That's before your time, Michael.
I know Red Alert. That weird uncanny thing
Lo-
where they use actual actors, like actual live actors.
yeah.
Uncanny.
That's
I don't
what
like.
Tim
Oh,
Curry's
that's
in
what
there.
Tim Curry's thing.
Space!
Yeah.
The one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalists. Space!
We come back to this chaos. On the what island are you on? Where are we at?
We're not on
the
an
island of
island.
Ilia. You guys.
We're not on Ilia. We left Ilia.
You were on Ilia. This is a
Started
recap.
on Ilia.
This is a recap. You were on Ilia. You went. You spoke to a nomadic tribe that had fears of the withering as you repaired your ship. You looked out and saw that the Empire was gaining, so you set sail with a not quite a healed ship. And as you set sail, you were accosted and attacked by an air elemental, a remnant of a time not so long past. As the air elemental ravaged your ship, it killed Vren, the Qatari first mate, whose body is now below the ship. Their blade gifted to Kaelen there, with Anna Lou feeling
lightsaber.
somewhat
Yo.
Oh yeah.
with Anna Lou feeling like she may have gone against her duty as a seraph. We come back to
I had one job.
we come back to the next
Protect
day.
everybody,
New additions. Now you guys can see how much fear I've accrued, which should tell you
This is
how
a drinking
good
game
or
now.
bad things are
Take
going
a
to go.
shot.
You will see that my 12 fear fills the glass perfectly. That's bad news for you guys. Can we see it on camera? We can. That's bad news for you guys. Okay? I have this much fear.
Oh shit.
That wasn't a lot that came out of that
No,
glass.
There's a lot in the glass.
That was not a lot.
Oh,
Oh, we are getting close.
That was not a lot that came out.
it works. It does make me feel fear looking at it. So
Get those
I
jelly
am
beans out of the
afraid.
jar. Get those jelly beans out of the jar.
How do we get? We can't get rid of your fear though. You
knock
just
it
go.
over.
There
we get
are
fear.
abilities you can get in the later game where you force me to remove fear.
But if we roll with hope, you don't take a fear out.
No. I spend fear to
We just avoid giving him more.
I spend fear to activate creatures to clear restrained and kind of conditions. I can activate
Really?
multiples.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's the same as you guys. If you're restrained, you can take an action to shed the restraint.
Okay.
But you might have to roll a roll, or you might just be able to slough off whatever's on you. So, yeah. As we come back to this moment in the morning, we'll go ahead and we'll begin our session with a long rest. So, with a long rest, you have the ability to do the following.
Michael, can you pass me a pencil?
You can do one of two things. Sorry, two of these things. You can tend to all your wounds. You patch yourself up and get rid of all marked hit points. You can choose to do this to an ally instead. You can clear all stress. Describe how you blow off steam. Pull yourself together and clear all your stress. You can repair all armor. So rather than rolling d4s like we do with short rests, we get to do a complete clear. But again, you can choose only two of these options. You can prepare. You describe how you prepare for the next day's adventure, and you gain a hope. If you choose to prepare with one or another, you get to gain two hope points, so similar to the previous one. And you can work on a project. You can choose two of these
yeah.
things.
Didn't we do that?
Then
I think we did do that.
no, you did that in a short rest. Oh, we did a long rest.
Yeah.
We started because I started prepping a grappling hook. I remember.
You did. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I did a long rest.
And I
Yeah.
started
You
my,
haven't done a long rest.
No.
my
Yeah.
redemption.
So
And-
which two things
Project
would you like to do?
Redemption.
And I.
And I gained a shit ton of fear. That's right. So
So
I was looking. I get another
Yeah, because I.
bunch of fear from you guys.
can I repair my armor?
Yeah, take us through what you do to repair your armor over this long rest,
Um,
or your skin.
Yeah. Where are we?
On the ship.
We're
Still
on the ship.
Yeah, on the ship, sailing between Ilia and Dast, heading towards where Kaelen came from, perhaps.
I summon like this like little. It's like a not quite a cumulonimbus cloud, but it's just like mist above me, and it's like when you turn the shower to like the mist setting or the hose, it's just like misting me.
You know when you turn the shower to mist setting?
Shower to
Once upon a time,
shower head where you-
I will say, once upon a time, I
100%.
did,
When
but
we
not
were-
anymore.
When we were in LA a long time ago, we had one of those showers that kind of hooks, and it has like the down spray, the angle spray, the front spray,
Oh.
the gush.
And then it had
That's too
another one from
much.
the other end of the shower. Like it was like
So if you're standing on
That's
the other
not a
end of the
shower.
like-
That's a fucking
That's
car
like
wash.
5 bidets.
Yes. Bidets for your face.
Yeah.
Bidets for your face. Invent that.
Underrated. I water myself and
Anyways,
What kind of does he use? Salt water or fresh water?
it's salt water.
I feel like,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And the barnacles like start to grow back a little bit. The wood becomes a little more like crusted over and less like raw
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
more weathered.
More weathered
Again.
timber, which gives you a lot more strength there. Yeah, so you can go ahead and clear your armor slots there. Cool. What other thing would you
What were the
do?
options again?
You can clear all your hit points, clear all your stress, clear all your armor. You can gain a hope for the next day, or you can start and progress a what are they called?
A project.
A project, yes. If you had a project you
hobby.
wish to do, a hobby. For instance,
A
Anna
side
Luz
gig.
was regaining favor with his deity. These two started to literally craft things like a grappling hook.
What were you making?
health potions.
Health potion.
Yeah.
I made the grappling.
Was it 1 or 2?
I thought you were making grappling hook as well because you copied each other.
No, I already had a grappling. It was copying my grappling
It's
hook,
helping me.
and I was like,
By not
you can
helping
look
me.
at it.
Yeah.
but you can't touch it.
What does your recipe say?
It says minor health potion recipe.
Right. So you're going to start doing that.
Yeah, that's what I was preparing.
brewing.
Also, it looks like you're only allowed 5 consumables, so keep your eye on your consumables.
Oh.
You can't have more than 5 consumables. You should have plenty of them.
Currently, only have one because I
also
used
now
the
only
other one
have one.
already.
I have 2.
I still have.
I used my liquid courage in the
I
first.
think my potion, my fire
Oh,
bottle
yeah.
is a consumable.
I have
Yeah,
the
but that
companion
it, like
piece.
You can use the bone of a creature. You can use a vial of blood to craft a minor health potion. So you get a minor health potion.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Blood you take.
I restore my hit points.
Restore your hit points.
Yep.
My own.
Excellent. I should just put this under my dice. Excellent.
Remind me
as
not to take any
you
of their potions.
awaken the next morning with a bunch of sea spray, we're now going to begin another fun part of this as we learn more and more about the ocean. I need 3 d20s and 1 d8 rolled, please.
Right, who's taking the D8?
I'll roll a d20.
Okay,
do a
I take them
20.
in the order I get them.
I'll do a D8 because I like D8s.
Okay, you do that last then. Fuck.
It's all on you.
What?
We're going around the table.
Excellent.
14.
14.
7.
7.
We need a d20 roll?
D20 roll from you, yeah.
16.
16.
And a big D8 or
Yeah, get that big D8.
well, it's a small D8, but
Big date.
it's a nice D8
Big date.
Yeah.
Big day coming up.
and a nice 4.
Middle of the
Nothing too
road.
high, nothing too low.
Excellent.
Well, it's kind of on the lower side, but
A southeasterly wind heading from the top left corner of the map to the bottom right corner of the map. Southeasterly wind that is relatively moderate. There is no rain, no precipitation, but the wind is whipping up nicely, and as the sails catch the wind, you begin to tack your way down towards Dust there. As you tack your way down towards Dust, over the next 3 or 4 days, you sail with the knowledge that you have a deceased crewmate with you, keeping your eyes peeled for
Like on the ship still.
Empire. She is still down below, wrapped up. The crew is flying merchant flag. They are incredibly wary, and as you look out across the starboard side towards the west, you see over the next few days and nights merchant ships going about their business, Empire's guard ships sailing past, and as you look behind, no sign of Empire's guard ships trailing you. They may be caught up in Ilia, looking after, trying to find traces of you. Is there anything, any business, anything needing to be done over our few days' travel here?
I would probably ask the captain, Layla.
Yes.
What is the protocol for your fallen comrade?
A burial at sea, but in our seas. We will hold on to her until we make it back towards the pirate oceans.
Have you thought of, if we do get boarded once more for a search by the Empire? This is not my accent. This is Azareth. If you okay, here we are.
You did an Azareth last session for a little bit.
I went so Brit. I was like, who am I?
Are you okay there?
Sorry, I was.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I must have slept on the wrong side of the bed.
Oh, right.
But what? Yes.
Wait,
Do you
slept
have
on the wrong side or gotten up on the wrong side?
Maybe either one. I don't know. Shit. Where are you going?
I have to go.
Julius?
Chaos. Straight chaos.
I'm just gonna
What
get.
is happening?
I'm just gonna get. I'm just gonna start this burial at sea if you don't mind.
No.
Okay.
Timmy's lost in the well.
Apologies.
Have you thought of reasoning why you might have?
I am sweating a lot. Sorry.
You need the question again?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you thought of reasoning
One
for
more time without the laugh.
why you might? No, I can't do it without a laugh. Have you thought of reasoning for this deceased friend? Now it's fucking wind's taken out of my sails. Just answer.
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean? Have I thought of a reason?
Well, if we get pulled over by the Empire, they would certainly question.
Creatures, people die at sea all the time.
And I'm just curious, so we're all on the same page. Are
She
you
was
telling me the
killed
truth?
by an air elemental. The Empire would understand that. They are extremely dangerous, however uncommon they may be. The Empire may even want to know more about that. This is something that, while the Empire may ignore the Holy Hand and those sort of organizations, maybe ones to see that have interest. Tied bound the core, there's certainly people that have the interest of balance and peace in mind. And there is no peace while those elemental creatures roam free.
Yes.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. I will just let everyone else know that specifically Lucky and stuff.
Yes, let Lucky know. It's very helpful repairing the ship.
I'd imagine so.
But yes, kind of sat that fight out, and I can't imagine what it would have been like if you were there. You're upstairs with Holland, the Inferus, who's like, it was amazing. The air creature like swooped through and like almost killed me. It killed Vren. You were very lucky you were downstairs.
Air creature.
Air creature, yeah, like a whirlwind.
Like a whirlwind?
Like a horror wind, like a horror whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yeah. You both just stand there. What is everyone else doing?
Pete is just up in the rigging and he's like communicating in whistles with Jerry.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry's kind of flying around, keeping a perimeter. Yourself, Annalou?
Annalou is down in the galley making lunches, making sure everybody's well fed.
Nice.
You don't need any more of that rat poison, do you?
Not at the moment.
I only ask because you seem intent on cooking for us all.
Zoom in on that. That's Herc's anger. That's not Annalou's anger.
Oh, I don't know why it makes me so irrationally angry.
Now you have to role play it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the two I think myself and the character started lighter with that. Well, it's just I like to feel useful around here. It's not that your food isn't delicious. It's just if there's two of us in here, we can go a little bit quicker sometimes.
Fast food isn't necessarily good food.
No, but sometimes I notice that dinner might get a little cold by the time you...
Low and slow, baby. That is the tempo.
I mean, it depends on what you're cooking.
And it looks at you for a second and says,
Are we flirting?
Oh, no, we are not. Oh, no, we certainly are not.
I don't know. I kind of ship it.
Yeah.
to quote our favorite DM, get in the comments. As we sail on further down,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a lot.
How many did he just?
I'm going to spend a fear
Just one.
halfway between Ilya and Dast
God damn it.
in a relatively nice day. An enormous galleon with white sails, with golden H's emblazoned upon it. Emblazoned upon it? Emblazoned?
Emblazoned?
Shit!
Emblazoned.
Emblazoned upon it. Begins to approach.
The Empire. No,
You recognize
The
a
Holy Hand.
holy hand vessel.
Oh,
These fucking guys.
those guys.
They worship light and good and abhor undead. And as they sail your way from near Craven Stair, Captain Layla looks and says, "We cannot get a fucking break, can we? What do you think?
I don't
They are not Empire people, but they are not necessarily friends."
God, we have no business with them, and I don't think they have any business with us. I don't think.
Well, I think we might want to ask our well-dressed friend to maybe just stay below decks.
What do you mean?
Where did you come from? Jeez. Hi.
I'm always around.
I mean, you always seem rather sickly, and I'm not quite convinced that you're... I've not heard your heartbeat. Usually when people are running around, I hear it every once in a while. I mean, except for you.
I have an I have an extremely low, extremely kind of my resting heart rate.
Your
is,
low
is
BPM?
extremely low.
Low
Yeah,
BPM?
low BPM.
I gave Kaelen my heart. That's why mine's not.
Oh.
Wow.
That's so sweet.
But it's wood. Maybe
Okay.
they can heal you.
Gave me his wood.
There's nothing wrong with me to be healed. But if you think I need to remain below deck as they come past, I can absolutely do that for you guys.
Well, I know they're not too much of a fan of sort of less than alive folk. And not that you're not alive and full of health, but some folk are quick to judge.
Caitlin's kind of like taking this news in. I was like, holy shit.
I will head below deck. Is that okay, Captain? I think that is best. The further we get into Empire waters, the more nervous I get. Cecil, below deck if you could. And perhaps Holland. I'm not sure how they feel about Inferis, but perhaps your devilish demon visage might be more welcome below deck. Yeah, I completely understand. I can stay back below. Layla turns to you, Lucky, and says, "Do we know how they will react to this?"
Well, I think depends on the nature of their disposition, because there was a few where we encountered that were not too stoked on.
Or if you just stand
they-
real still, maybe they'll think you're part of the ship.
What about people that hear people who aren't alive anymore? Would they care?
Maybe that's a secret you don't share with, if that is a secret you are.
Well,
Holding.
that is unsettling news.
I'm still having a hard time with.
Just in
See,
case
vampires,
we meet somebody like
I
that.
don't know. I've been trying to patch him up for days now, and he just does not seem to get better.
We have a wee bit of time, but decisions should be made. I will make myself ready and available to this captain, but do what you must. And you see the Holy Hand ship approaches over the next 30, 45 minutes. What are we doing?
Are they? Would I know, or would we know if they were fond of like magic? Do they avoid the? Was it not spell plague, but
The
withering.
withering.
withering?
You give me a knowledge roll.
Oh, yes. Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Real
Rolling dice in a
-1 on
role-playing
that.
game.
Oh, no,
Sounds fake.
16 with fear.
I don't like that.
Fuck, that's
Don't
fun.
like that.
Best idea we've had. 17 with fear. You know the Holy Hand are founded by Eremaeus Storm, of which Fort Storm is named after. 5 vessels in the water. Each vessel has 2 Holy Hand members on it, as well as a sailing crew, a master and an apprentice. They are very, very...
Stealing my thing.
Very, very... this has been going for about 5 years now. Fucking George Lucas. Stole all their ideas. They worship a sun god. They are sworn to uphold the light. They are sworn to bring justice, not balance and peace as the Tidebound Accord does, but justice to the unholy and the unjust. And they hate undead.
Well, I don't see why they would particularly have a problem with you.
Am I alive?
I think that is
What a question.
question for you to answer. As far as I am concerned, you seem alive.
No, I don't think I should
What?
meet these Holy Hand.
Okay, well, if you think
I'm getting a feeling that I shouldn't want me to.
shouldn't want me to. Okay, well, maybe you would like to go below deck when they get close,
Polite
or
ringing of a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
or you could just
Or
stay
stand
really
real
still.
still, pretend you're
I could
part
go
of
to
the
the
ship.
front of the ship.
Your call, man.
I mean, that seems to be your
Yarr.
favorite spot.
I do love it there. I think I'll go there.
As the Holy Hand vessel arrives,
Pete's gonna
where do we find each of you? Yeah.
Pete's gonna send Jerry to go and like just snoop around the ship. Just,
Over to the Holy Hand
seagull
vessel?
style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. They seem to be a full working ship with a captain behind the wheel and a first mate with them. You see a tall, blonde-haired woman with hair in a tight bun in a beautiful kind of like gilded kind of breastplate armor with like a little bit of a cape. And you see beside her a dark-haired woman with kind of like black eyeliner who is in a similar outfit but with more kind of like a black cape there. And you see them approaching, and as the boardwalk is kind of the board is kind of slapped across the side there, these 2 figures come striding onto your ship. Where are each of you?
I'm gonna go to the front of the ship and just pretend to be a not alive figurehead, and I think I'm gonna cast Floating Eye, and have my orb kind of just around the conversation so I can know what's going on.
Absolutely. Do you have to spend anything to do the eye?
I spend hope.
Nice. Go ahead and spend a hope. You can, yeah. Excellent. You spend a hope, and this eye appears. Is it a?
I think it's made of water,
Yeah.
and it's just like a sphere of water,
Okay.
and the inside of it is just like slightly darker water, almost like the deep end in a swimming pool, but spherical.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
yeah,
Nice. Do me a favor. Go ahead and roll a presence roll for me to keep that stillness up. Oh no! I saw that go.
so 10 with fear.
10 with fear. Excellent. Where do we find everyone
I don't
else?
like that.
Yeah,
I don't like
it.
that.
I don't like it.
It's so fun. Mercer, you genius. And Spencer Stark. And everyone else.
Yeah, Pete's just up in the rigging, like clinging on.
Okay, excellent.
I'd probably be hanging out on the top deck.
Yeah.
Probably around the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but just keeping like a little bit of distance. To
Nice. Excellent.
Run if I need to.
Excellent.
I think Analu's probably top deck near the captain, sort of not necessarily being like, "Oh, I'm here to welcome you," because it's not my ship, but like sort of probably being more friendly than most of the people on the ship.
Excellent.
Near the front of the group.
Do they have authority? I would say to the captain to just board any ships.
They do. They have the authority to board Empire's guard ships. It is part of the deal that Erameus Storm and Grand Vizier Droon made. Erameus Storm, a good friend of Droon as a child, created the Holy Hand to keep the Empire in check, and as a result, they have had an understanding, let's say.
Empire's getting involved in a lot more these days.
The Empire has its finger in many pies.
As these two figures stride aboard, the captain, the blonde hair in a bun, armor bound, with what looks to be a very, very nice looking, enormous kind of greatsword that she has kind of like slung over her kind of shoulder there. The other beside her seems to have what looks to be like two twin sickles that are kind of strapped to her back there. As they step on, the captain moves straight towards Captain Layla and Kaelen, but stops as she passes you, Anna Lou. As she steps past, she says, "Captain, it's a pleasure." Fellow woman of God.
How do you do?
Captain Polk, pleasure.
Anna Lou.
Whom do you follow?
The Great Protector.
Excellent. We follow the Sun Goddess. Riveting. Captain? Captain Layla kind of turns and says, "Yes? May I speak to you and your first mate?" And she says, "Of course." Looks at you, Kaelen, and says, "Your first mate now?" They kind of step down towards you. As they step down towards you, she is going to...
His hair is kind of like...
So as the captain walks by, Anna Lou just goes, "Good job on the promotion."
The captain looks at you, Captain Polk looks at you and says, "Nice to meet you. I am Captain Polk."
Kaelen. First mate Kaelen.
First mate Kaelen.
Yes.
Captain Layla. Captain Layla, nice to meet you. Beautiful ship you have here. May I ask what it is that you're hauling? We were hauling things for Pivoa. We are just moving to restock. We are going to stop by Dast. Right. Excellent. You came from Pivoa. Any news on what we heard was an explosion, Empire's Guard ship explosion towards the north there? She looks to you.
There was, I think, an explosion, yes. I think we were on our way a ways, but they seem to have had reinforcements come and tend to them.
Indeed.
We hope that everyone was okay.
Indeed. Sorry, did you want to say something from up
No,
above?
Peter's. No.
Get off me, ship!
It's just like a
As
on the
they're
deck.
having this conversation, the first mate, is pacing around, looking very intently at everything. Looks up, notes you, looks around the ship there. Shit. Okay. As she looks around, you watch as her eyes glow with like sunlit radiance for a second. And as it glows with sunlit radiance, she turns and strides straight towards the captain. She walks past you. Do you guys wish to do anything? She just makes a beeline for the captain from one end of the ship. As the captain is kind of talking, saying, I went to Pivoa a long time ago.
Does she look malicious?
Make a real quick instinct check.
Does she look delicious?
She does look delicious. She says she looks like Aubrey Plaza.
Instinct
That's
check.
Instinct check.
That is 13 plus 1 is 14 with hope.
Go ahead and take a hope.
Good old hope.
As you gain a hope, she
Take
looks
that,
to
shot
have
glass.
discovered something. You're not sure if she looks malicious or not. She looks grumpy, but that seems to be her permanent disposition.
I think
she's walking. Yeah.
I think Anna Lou tries to be friendly sort of as they pass by. It's like, "Hi, my name's okay. That's all right."
Walk straight past you.
Jerry's just gonna give a kind of like
What
in
am I
very
orders?
very loudly.
Warning.
Yeah. Over, like he'll fly sort of vaguely near that direction so that
Yeah.
Layla can like look
Okay.
in his
They
direction.
do not
hopefully.
pass the vibe check.
Excellent. Layla glances over. You glance over as well. You see
So
this
coming,
first mate
yeah.
Vesk coming this way. As Captain Polk is just genuinely enthralled and kind of speaking to you all and saying, "So you've sailed what? Have you gone all the way up to the Elder
Yeah,
Isles, or-"
Kaelen will kind of let.
Yeah.
Was that message? Was she talking to the captain?
I'm talking to
Or
both of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was, if you excuse me just one moment,
Okay. Sure.
and then
Captain.
I'll walk up to the first mate,
Yeah.
kind of intercepting
Kind of
her, but being
stops.
like friendly.
Yes.
Ahoy!
Ahoy.
Sorry, that was the first time I said that.
It's a very pirate thing to say.
First mate Kaelen,
First mate Vex.
Vex,
Sorry, Vesk.
Vesk,
Can't even pronounce my own.
and so, can I aid you in anything with
No.
your inspections?
Not at all. How long have you and the captain been on this ship?
I am fairly new. The captain has seemingly been on for a long time. Forgive my vagueness of an answer, but
How long have you been in here?
we will say 3 months. No, less than that. Yes, very quickly. A couple weeks, probably.
Go ahead and roll
my God.
a presence.
That's
You're the
also me just
you're
not
the
knowing.
Second mate. First
Just
mate.
recently promoted. I'm not lying, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got promoted 30 seconds ago.
Presence, you say?
Wow.
Presence.
That is a 15. Just a 15 with hope.
Nice. Go ahead and grab a hope. She looks at you. She says, "Interesting. There are strange things on this ship. I don't know if you are aware. I need to make my boss aware."
What is it, like a haunted ship or something?
No, those are closer to the pirate waters. No, this is more of a...
We did have a recent attack from an elemental.
Really?
Yes, it was, and unfortunately, it resulted in the death of one of our crew. Maybe she was the first mate. Maybe that's why I'm the new first mate.
Are you sure the death is permanent?
Well, we have a person of a god on this ship, and she could not do anything to bring her back.
We will need to check. There is withering and there is undead. I'm sure you have heard coming from the south.
Of
We need to
course,
make sure.
There's all the talks along.
Take me to her.
Captain,
Aye.
I will. Ahoy!
Wait, which
What?
one are you talking to? Me or me?
My captain. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, yes, of course.
Apologies.
No. not at all.
I will
It's
just
fine.
be showing first mate Vesk here to our perished crew. I've informed them of the recent attack
Indeed.
from the.
Okay, so you are going to go downstairs.
Yes,
Okay, head downstairs then.
and
I think overhearing this, I
we
think
walking.
Annaloo's
Yeah,
gonna-
I'm kind of giving eyes to
gotta
Annaloo, or
walk
like.
over to sort of like a different part of the deck, sort of
Mhm.
where the
Other stairs.
other stairs, and maybe not necessarily be way down, but also maybe just like heavy footsteps to let the guys underneath
People
it, it's
downstairs.
like,
Excellent.
hey,
Thump,
people
thump,
are
thump, thump.
coming.
Beautiful.
Pete's gonna send Jerry to one of the cannon
Portholes.
holes,
Yeah.
portholes,
Yeah.
and just be like,
Excellent. Jerry goes in, gives an
Guys, get out of here! The cops are coming.
yeah.
The cops are here, guys. The kid
My
at
orb
the
is
top
just
of
like
the stairs.
falling around.
Scatter.
Just, like,
The captain glances up and kind of you on deck would see Polk kind of gesture and kind of begin to walk around the ship as Layla kind of follows, and she makes her way towards the bow. Polk very slowly, just kind of like, it's a beautiful ship. How old would you say it is? And they're kind of having a conversation here. As they're having this conversation, they're getting closer and closer to where Lucky is kind of frozen. You head downstairs. As you head downstairs, you come down past what you call him? Down past Dench and down past Spot, the Dwegar. Not the Dwegar, different game. The dwarf. As you head on down, you would see the dwarf Spot look up and go, "Hey, everything all right, guys?" He's just kind of standing, just awkwardly in the way.
Yes, the Holy Hand here is just
Oh, hey.
would just like to confirm that Vren's death is indeed permanent.
Of course, you can't have those undead things there. And Vesk says, "This is what we have seen and heard. Yes, please. Time is of the essence."
No.
Spot just kind of gives you like a raised eyebrows. You head down to
Give him a quick wink.
the cellar
got
area
this.
where the
It's all
body
under control.
where the body of Vesk, the body of Vren
Vren.
is
Vren,
as
Vren,
Vesk
Vren.
comes on down. As Vesk comes on down and kind of looks over the body, you watch as her eyes glow once more. As her eyes glow once more, we cut back up on deck where, for a split second, you see the captain's eyes glow, just like a quick flash. As her eyes glow with a quick flash, she turns on the captain and says, "Are you aware that you have strange entities on board your ship?" Captain Layla says, "We had an air elemental attack recently." And the captain says, "Right. There may be remnants of that on board. We may need to do some sort of exorcism in order to make sure your ship is completely safe." And she kind of leans over the bow there on the banister and just kind of pats the bowsprit, which you are attached to, as she taps the bowsprit. Down below, you would watch as Vesk kind of goes, "She is dead, permanently dead. But there is something else." Kind of blinks and you watch the eyes flash a little bit. And she kind of looks up back to the next deck above where you gather your friends may be hiding. "What on earth are you guys doing?"
Do we go back to the classic plan? Classic plan, little rat poison in the soup.
Southern
A little
hospitality.
Stendottle hospitality.
Before in any exercise,
That should be one of your
exercise on an
experiences.
empty stomach. Right.
This is true. This is true.
Stendottle hospitality.
No, that should be my next one. Stendottle hospitality.
Ooh. How many is on? How many do they have on board their ship?
They have like a whole crew to run their ship, but the only two combatants that you can tell are these Holy Hand members.
Right.
I can cast Minor Illusion as a spellcast roll, as my class feature. Can I create like a skeleton that just like appears kind of behind them, and then there's like and drives off the ship and like swims
absolutely.
away?
Do you have to
Like,
spend hope to do so?
It just says make a spellcasting roll, 10 in brackets. On a success, you create a minor visual illusion no larger than yourself within close range. This illusion is convincing to anyone at close range or farther.
Excellent. Yeah, go ahead and give me a spell cast roll as you attempt to cast a. As you attempt to. This is absurd.
8 with hope.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty
Hey,
brutal.
Go ahead.
Oh
and
wait, with my spellcasting, which is instinct, right?
Yeah.
So 10.
Probably.
There we go.
10. Barely,
Baby.
barely scraping by. A flickering like Boney Maroney kind of like rubber hose animation, Betty Boop looking thing. What does this thing do? Go ahead and mark a stress if you want it to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did they say that they saw? They said there's remnants of something
Yes.
unusual.
Yes.
It's me. You found the unusual thing. Jumps off the ship and starts like swimming away from them.
Okay.
You'll never catch me.
Excellent. As that happens, what do you guys want to do? What are you doing downstairs?
I would add, what else is bothering you? Is it some sort of spirit or something?
Yes. And she's just going to start walking up the stairs. Her eyes.
They're usually, if there's any creepy things, they are in the basement.
Not in this case. And she.
Well, we have to get rid of this creepy thing then.
Excellent. You follow her up the stairs. She goes.
Would you like soup? Before?
Roll a presence roll.
Oh my god.
It's an 18 with fear. 18 with fear.
18 with fear. Don't forget Don't you take something when you?
I get
You get hope.
get
I
hope.
just
You
I'm
always
all,
get
I'm all hoped out.
You're
I'm
all hoped out. Yeah.
too hopeful.
Gotta
That's
spend
why
some-
I'm like.
Spend some hope. 18. She looks and she goes. I will eat, then we hunt.
Yes, we have the best
me.
soup
Feed me.
in the.
She comes across.
Get rid of the rat poison, did you?
You watch as Polk, Captain Polk, instantly kind of watches where that
skeleton kind of dives off into the water. She kind of frowns for a moment. I feel like this is the perfect time for me to try out this new mechanic, just for shits and giggles.
Sure.
Cool.
Give it a go.
But you're almost at max fear anyway.
Yeah, it means I just can't get it anymore.
Yeah.
So
He just wants to max it out
I just
so
wanna
that
roll
he can
hope.
just dump it and then go, you all die.
So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to... So yours was a 10. Yours is a 10. Yeah. So I'm going to roll Hope and Fear here. You just don't want me to get 10. If I get a roll with Fear, I gain a Fear for everyone that's here. If I gain a roll with Hope, you all get a Hope. That make sense?
But if you fail though,
If I fail?
like
If I fail, then she believes. Here we go.
That's
That is
great.
a failure with Hope.
Yeah!
Everyone gain a Hope.
best case scenario.
Get that shit out of here. That's
Best case
fear
scenario.
shit.
I told you it was fun.
great, yeah.
I told you it was fun. Way more fun than
That's a Jake Brew.
That's a
right
Jake Brew.
there.
That's a JB.
gotta burn something. Ah.
Excellent. Gain a hope each.
Okay.
Polk instantly goes, Vesk, we have one. And she sprints back along. As she sprints back along, you watch as Polk sprinting taps her armor. As she taps her armor, it starts to like fold into two pauldrons on her shoulder. The rest of her in like swim, not swim gear, but like skivvies. And she
Amazing.
jumps off the ship after this thing. As she jumps off the ship after this thing, Vesk kind of looks and says, I'm sorry, pretty Katari, I have to go. And is going to run up, do the same.
I'm gonna follow her
I'll do a flooding.
and then stop her.
Off the ship as well.
What?
As she leaps off the ship, I hand it over to you guys.
How are you? Are they going for a swim?
Are they both off the ship now?
Both off the ship. Their ship is still attached to yours, but you can see like Captain Layla's like.
Guys, I don't know if I should move.
Well, maybe not just yet. But what happened? What did
Stay
you do?
there.
I'll keep Plan B on the burner.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just maybe like feed the other ship.
What's
I don't
plan
know.
B?
We're gonna do the soup thing.
We're gonna try some soup, some special soup.
I'll look over to the other ship, and I was like, "Well, are you going to go help them?"
They are just sailors. They are looking. They're like pulling the sails and like tying off rope, and they're looking. They go, "They do the rescuing. We just sail the ship."
Well, you should follow them. They are swimming very far, very fast.
So inside there, Polk and Veska like underwater, like trying to find where this thing went, and they go, "Oh, all right." They kind of go. They turn the ship a little bit and kind of roll a presence check for me.
I don't think I need to use the soup on these guys. They seem like innocent bystanders.
Yes.
No, they don't need the soup. No.
Spend a hope for an experience. People can help
Isn't
if they
that
want to
murder?
spend
No,
hope.
I don't have an experience that I think would help.
Is anyone willing to help
Um,
convince this crew by spending a hope?
Oh,
I'm gonna roll.
what are you trying to convince them
I
of?
said you
Just
should
detach
go.
the ship and follow
Yeah,
after Polk.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I would
also.
like to spend a hope.
Excellent. You spend a hope.
I
I
will
will also
too.
spend a hope.
Excellent. So here's what happens.
makes
You
it a
all spend
group,
hope.
whatever.
You wait. Tell me how you guys all help.
Pete,
Each.
Pete calls out from the rigging and says, "Yar, there be an undead creepy crawly on the move. It's going that way."
Excellent. Annalou.
I think Annaloo's just gonna kind of with her foot just start pushing the plank off.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna create some like steam kind of in a trail, maybe leading like away from the ship.
Using your water effect.
Using
there.
my water
yeah,
bending.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
just to
Beautiful.
keep it,
Beautiful.
like,
Everyone roll a
eerie.
d6, except for you, Michael. Yeah.
5.
1.
4.
You're gonna add 5 to your roll.
All right. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you did there.
Yeah. This is
that
how I
rules?
want to do advantage. I think I want you guys
Yeah.
helping to roll the advantage, and then
So that's a +5, you say?
plus 5 to this, plus your presence.
Oh boy. It's a 12 and a 1. 12 on the 13.
13.
18 with fear.
18 with fear. That's a very big jar of fear there. Good news is the crew kind of look and go, oh yeah, sure, and they kind of pull the board in and they kind of they drift away. They don't drift far away, but they do kind of sail and they detach themselves from you in order to like move with the current where Polk and Vesk are kind of swimming. And Layla looks and says, "I guess we take off now."
Take it slow, so we can.
We are not running. We are
a simple drift.
we're drifting. Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sails fill, and the good news is you guys are with the wind, and they will be against the wind with what they're doing. So you're able to get a little bit of a head start, and you sail.
Kaelen will kind of
on.
run to the back and just keep an eye out to see
Excellent.
what the business is if they get up. If they
Yeah.
found the skeleton.
In under an hour, as you sail away, you see them kind of pop out from the water. And as they pop out from the water there, you see them kind of shake themselves off. And I'm going to spend a fear.
Cannon
And
fire.
they simply turn their ship and begin to follow. But with the wind being what it is, they will not catch up to you for a while if you keep moving. But they are following you now as you head towards Dust.
That's fine.
As you sail towards Dust, Zessil comes back up and says, "So, how'd it go? Oh, do you want to tell your friend he can kind of detach from the front there? You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm okay. Very scared. My hull's creaking a bit.
Your hull's creaking a bit?
Yeah.
We call that gas.
Gas.
Yeah.
I don't think I have gas
I don't have gas anymore either.
anymore.
No.
Where did it go?
I don't know. I just don't have it anymore.
Did you ever have it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Must have released it all.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, that was very
Flatulence.
close, though. I think they are. I don't think they're keeping. Yes, that's it.
That's an awfully big word for somebody. That's very good vocabulary.
I've been reading.
What have you been reading?
Everybody poops.
Stuff to read while you're.
Pens with a crack and pooping, but the page has been like drawn all over. Thanks to fucking
Anatomy 101, cooking 101.
Everything for dummies. You sail. The next day passes without issue, and you get closer and closer to Dust. As you get closer and closer to Dust, a pit in your stomach starting to.
Yeah, Kaelen feels a little uneasy, but not hiding it or anything. He's just kind of maybe a little quieter and a little more reserved. But it's not like panicking or like we have to turn the ship around. He's
I can't do it, guys.
Yeah. Excellent. As your
he'd be
ship
rubbing his scar, just kind of scratching at it.
As your ship moves around towards Dust, you see. Would you like to take this?
Oh. Yes, I would.
Excellent. Actually, first thing we'll do is we'll get the weather. If everyone wants to roll
what's the
d20s
weather?
and 1d8.
This will affect my description.
Yes.
Got a D20 here?
Yeah. Whatever order.
12.
12. Beautiful.
12.
16.
12. 16.
I roll one too.
Yep. D8 from you.
D8.
Yeah.
1.
1.
Hey.
Beautiful. A northerly wind that you're kind of pushing against, but a very light northerly wind. Again, no precipitation. The waves and the current a little bit strong as it kind of rushes and smashes against the shores of Dust and, more importantly, Whisperhaven.
So as the ship approaches Dast, you see, perched atop towering ocean cliffs, like a sentinel of the sea, rises this temple known as Whisperhaven. It has sandstone walls that shimmer. It's like in the sunlight, but if it is kind of sunny.
It's a little bit
Yeah,
sunny.
it's a little sunny. The sun just kind of shimmers off of the sandstone walls. And waterfalls are falling all around it. It's a temple that's surrounded by limestone spires. Yes, I made this.
You made that?
I didn't make. I made it on a Lego website, but
No, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's incarnate. Right?
What?
yeah. A lot of details in there. So it's this temple that's sapphire dome surrounded by towering limestone cliffs that are covered in jungle-like trees and vines. Extending behind the temple are cliffs that can be topped with temples or training grounds. You see off in the distance that there are little silhouetted figures that are leaping from like poles and seemingly training. The waterfalls that flow in and around these spires also flow through the temple, acting like veins, living veins of the temple, and extend down into the water, feeding the ocean. And in front of the temple, just at the cliff's edge, you see a arena, but not for show, but for training. It is a sparring arena. You see figures sparring in it as the waves kind of crash. The mist of the waves flow through the archways and wet the arena floors and the fighters within within training. Below the cliff's edge, where the water meets the edge, you see a very small stone dock. Probably could only fit like one ship. Not really a welcoming place. That leads to a cavern that's sealed off by doors, just large wooden doors. And off to the far edge of the cliff, there's a massive waterfall, one that is really, really torrential and very strong and powerful, that flows over these jagged rocks, seeming like a warning that those who get too close might perish on those shores. And yeah, that is the temple that is perched atop the cliff, belongs to the Tidebound Accord.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's so cool.
As you
Hit on my notes.
Gotta one up us. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I don't have a lot of time on my hands, and I probably should spend it doing more productive stuff.
But this helps.
Yeah, that was my shift at the gym. I'm like, I'm gonna go and incarnate. The guy comes in, minimize. Hello.
Well spent. You hear the sounds of sparring, weapons hitting skin, hitting pads, people with Wing Chun kind of timber kind of things, practicing their sparring and things. You hear kind of shouts of drills being made, the beautiful, beautiful rushing waterfalls. And as you approach, Layla looks and says, "We have not been here before, so you should probably take the lead. I assume that tiny, tiny dock is where we go." So they swing the ship around, and as you approach...
There might be a problem, Captain. I used to belong to this accord.
She pulls a handbrake on the ship.
Yes.
Stops.
Record scratch.
And they are, well, very reserved and only allow those with permission to enter their temple. We might get as far as the front gate, but I don't think docking here would be.
Did you leave on bad terms?
Bad, yes, but fair also. They are not hunting me, but I don't think I would be
then
allowed.
Docking back here might be a terrible idea then. Or
You would watch as coming out through down steps to the dock what looked to be what would the garb of the Titan Accord be, just for the acolytes and the low tier warriors?
Yeah, similar to what Kaelen would be wearing, aside for like the medieval gamberson that's over his robes. Very like flowy robes, loose, functional, very acrobatic as well. The lower tier, like the more monks, would probably be like not like a one piece thing, but like a flowing from like hood down to like just as like a bell silhouette. And the lower tier, like acolytes, the apprentices and whatnot, would have robes, but would be very less adorned with colors. You would see any higher ranking ones, like you would see Kaelen, the back of his the bottom half of his robe is like has a blue kind of trim to a layer, and it's a very light blue. And you would see higher ranking ones with a deeper and darker blue, the higher rank would be.
You would watch as the more lighter blue individuals come out. You would see, much to your surprise, that along the stone dock there are like barrels and crates where once there would never have been anything of the sort. Barrels and crates that look like they're ready to be picked up or something. And as these warrior monks kind of step out, they carry with them no weaponry, but they have like bowls that seem to have like silky kind of leaves and greens in them. And as they come on out, they wait at the shore there. As they wait at the docks there, Layla kind of looks and says, "Should we lower a boat? They don't seem threatening."
Or you could just stay on board and hide.
Yeah, I could go.
Well,
this could be your turn to go below deck.
I will not hide, but I will stay on the ship if you think you can fare better. Which I think you could, honestly. Like, it would just be a whole thing of...
Like seeing an old ex.
Precisely. Well, not precisely. If not, no. But yes, along that lines.
Oh, that's sweet. You stay here. Don't worry. Don't worry your fuzzy little head.
Do not feel free to lie on my behalf.
Do not feel free to lie, or
Feel
you
free
feel free to lie.
Feel free. Do not lie. Do not lie. Do not feel like you need to lie.
Don't feel like we need to lie, but we can if we want to.
I'm not particularly good at lying.
We lie a lot.
A boat is lowered, and those of you that wish to are brought to the docks. As you're brought to the docks, the first thing these monks say is, "Spellcasters, spellcasters, spellcasters," and kind of holds out the basket to you. "Spellcasters, please."
Arr.
And kind of you hand you a leaf.
Yeah.
"Chew, please."
Pete chews it with his front teeth first,
Yeah. They
and
watch
then
you over.
moves it around.
This acrid kind of liquid kind of forms in your mouth
old
and
cow chew.
swallow. You kind of swallow it down. Big old cow chew. You swallow it down. They watch you for a moment. Welcome to Whisperhaven. You are not here to pick up the weaponry, are you?
No, we don't be seeking weaponry, no.
Right. Well, follow us, please.
Oh, don't you want to know why we're here?
We do not need to know.
Oh.
Our leaders will. Please. And they step on him.
All right. They don't... Oh, wow. They mean business.
Pete just like waves and gives a thumbs up back to the ship.
Just kind of looking on. And like, not high. He's like on the edge of the ship looking in.
Mm-hmm. You are led in through a partially open kind of cliff face where the sea can spray you still, and you're taken through what looks to be a forgery almost, but a unique forgery. There is no heat that comes from here. You would see that there is saltwater and wind-powered bellows rather than flame. You see that the blades that they are making have a unique kind of speckled but still smooth quality to them. Like to the side, like a marble benchtop where you're like, it looks like it's rough, but it's really smooth. As you move on through, you can see that they are making weapons and then placing them in crates. They seem to be packing weapons up for some purpose.
I don't know how well this would go. Part of the process of like tempering steel is that it makes it stronger. I don't fully understand what they're gonna do with that.
You need not understand. You need not know. Please.
Sorry, I'm from Stendottle. It's an old habit.
He looks at you and says, "Stendottle is the reason we are doing this."
Well, it's been quite some time since I've been there, so
We do not blame.
that's good.
They head up. As they lead you up, where would they lead these people to meet with some slightly higher ups?
Probably not in the main hall,
No,
but
not in the hall.
probably up on a higher level.
One of the cradles.
Yeah, that's further out of it. They would probably meet within the temple, probably on like a back, like the back of the temple, looking over the like the training grounds, the limestone, and it's sort of like an open air with pillars, like a very flat floor, but like a very like shiny. Tiled floor that has some seating around, kind of like a waiting room vibe, but kind of where any elders or greetings would take place before you would be led to wherever you would be seeking.
Crisp footsteps stepping towards you, and you would see an Inferis female. Would you like to describe Leora Virex?
Yeah, you see an Inferis female, similar in age to Kaelen, with long hair. Well, not long hair, but like short-ish hair, but that's just kind of like parted on the side and kind of flows over one side. Very average, like nice horns, not like crazy big, not like nothing. Nice small, like a nice size horn. It's not getting in the way or anything. And she's adorned in with robes, but
My eyes are down here.
she's she's a little more armored. Carries 2 swords on both sides, and the armor has the deeper blue trims and like the back flap, the flap of the
The tails.
not the tail, but like
butt
Back flap.
the skirt back
Sure,
would have
sure.
would also have like a more prominent material that was the same deep blue. She has a tail that has a little point at the end, and yeah, she has deep crimson red skin and yellowish eyes.
She steps on up. She bows to you. She says, "Hello, I am Leora. Welcome to Whisper Haven. It is not often that we have visitors, but times are strange indeed. What can we do for you? What is it that you seek? Peace and balance. How may we help with that?"
Yeah, we mostly just be needing a place to dock our ship while we do some repairs.
You are in need of repairs.
Well, we can do the repairs. We just need to dock the ship, and you seem to have a dock.
We
So-
do indeed have a dock. It is not a public dock, and we are expecting a ship arriving to pick up. She kind of pauses for a second. Goods against some of our better judgment. Apologies, times are tough here. Would you mind waiting until that ship picks up what it came to get, and then docking?
What kind of ship is it?
It is a wooden ship. Curious. It is a wooden ship, much like yourself. An Empire ship. Would that be okay? Or are you in need of refuge while this certain ship shows up? Let me put it this way. If your ship is waiting anchored off our coast and an Empire's Guard ship shows up, what is the likelihood that they will try to board you?
Well, I mean, Empire ships like to board everyone, really. So, likelihood is 100% likelihood. But, it's question being, do we really feel like being boarded again? Not really.
Again.
Everyone likes to board us lately.
It happens a lot.
a
No,
con-
we're
Boarded by an Empire ship and then
Thank you.
then a Holy Hand
Thank you.
ship.
I will speak to the council. I will speak to elders.
Even if you just know of a good beach nearby, that'd be fine.
But we love the Empire.
It is fairly. You love the Empire.
Maybe not that.
If you love the Empire.
Your love should not be conditional on someone else's love.
We're a merchant vessel. We love anyone who's not going to blow us up.
Go, tell your ship to dock quickly. I will speak to our council, our elders, and see what we can do for you.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you.
Gestures. She gestures. The monks kind of take you back out and down. As they take you back out and down, you see in this forge what looks to be describe Jaren for us.
Oh, off the top of my head. What's the Draconic? Not Draconic, but
Dracona.
Dracona. You see on the younger years, Dracona, a red-skinned Dracona, very lizard-like as opposed to like dragon. It's kind of like a 70-30. And he's got a bitter look on his face. He just kind of looks like a no-nonsense bullshit kind of drill sergeant. You probably see him kind of like ordering some little acolytes around. Very aggressive. And you would see him walk with a limp. He's adorned also in robes, has a little more armor along his arms and shoulders, and is kind of mid-tier on the blue scale. Not too high, but
He is slightly higher than you'd expect now.
yes, yeah,
Medium high blue.
Medium high blue.
medium high blue.
He, as you walk
Probably
past,
not above Leora though. Leora.
No, definitely not above her. But he is kind of looking over these salt binders, creating these weapons, and says, "We've got to have these done by the time they show up. All right, work quick, smart. What's going on here?" And the monk kind of turns and says, "They requested to dock here. Leora is going to get permission." Right. I'll take it from here. And the monk kind of bows and steps away. This guy kind of limps over to you, Dr. House style, and says, "What's your ship's name? What's your captain?"
Oh my god, what is that?
The Intrepid Jester.
And your captain?
Captain Layla.
Right.
What's your name?
I'm Jaren.
I'm Pete.
Lucky.
I'm Annalou.
You're docking. You can't be docking. We've got an Empire's Guard ship coming in to pick up crates of weapons. I haven't stopped talking, all right? You're not docking. All right? I don't care what Leora said. We're waiting for an Empire's Guard ship to come in and pick up weaponry because of those fucks up in Stindottle and Thoxac, right? So, if you could just hold off, that'd be great, right? Off you go.
I will, she said that, and then she also said we should dock quickly so they could communicate further instructions with us. So I'm gonna do what she said, and Pete's just gonna...
Hold on. He's going to he's going to move and step like with you or like beside you, like hobble beside you, and he's going to say, listen, if you dock here, it'll be treated as a hostile offense and we'll have to board you.
Well, like I said to Leora, everyone's boarding us today, so that doesn't bother me.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Right.
Well, I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
say,
can stay off my dock.
Do you need some help with that lamp? It seems to be aggravated.
I beg your pardon.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I apologize. I didn't mean to bring attention to it. It's just I'm a healer, so it's just something that I could.
Yeah.
He turns and
Spend
he
it all,
marches
Jake. Spend
out.
it all.
As he marches out, you hear him calling out, going, "Right, I need a contingent of monks now." And he's gathering forces. What do you guys want to do?
Well, if you're just a little bit nicer, we might have just invited you on our ship.
How many people are in
What's-
this like forge?
These people in the forge are just working away, like looking awkwardly at you. You see, like one of the monks that was like told to fuck off is just kind of looks and just kind of nods to your like ship and is like, "Go."
I beckon him over.
The forges are made of water. You said, right?
What are the forges? Can you give us
They're
a more
using,
specific
like-
look at the forges?
Yeah, well, it's probably fed mainly through flowing waters that come from
It's like-
waterfalls,
like walkways and the estuaries and the rivers are part of the Zora land sort of thing.
and they seem also imbued with like some kind of magical essence that allows it to be shaped into
Salt
steel.
and water moving at an incredible pace, compression.
Ooh.
Don't think about it too much.
Plus magic.
Magic shit.
Yeah. I want to like.
I don't know why everybody looked at me.
I want to like create maybe a little increase the pressure in one of these like pipes or whatever, make a little explosion, and then create like some just fill the room with fog where like they can't even see us.
I'm gonna need a spell casting roll
Yeah.
from you, please. I'm setting the DC here at 15.
I think we can run, you guys.
I think we need to.
You call over the monk. The monk
Yeah,
starts
yeah.
to head over to you. Yeah. Anything you want to add?
I'll hold off. My eyes are just like glowing. And I'm waiting.
Do it, Lucky. Do whatever. Don't
Don't ever feel like you have to hold
Don't.
back.
Okay,
Lucky.
I'm doing it.
Just
Go for
do
it.
what you gotta do.
I'm gonna use this and gain a +1 to the roll.
Yeah. What are you adding?
Just a
Oh,
+1.
from your
From my
spellcast.
Seaborn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whenever I roll with fear, I get a token.
Nice,
That I
yeah,
can
yeah.
spend to add.
Yeah. You have to burn it.
Yeah.
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 Nice. So go ahead and burn that.
Okay, cool. Ooh.
That's good.
25 with hope.
25 with hope. Excellent. Burn that. Burn that bad boy. But gain a hope.
Little explosion.
You build the pressure in this pipe as these people are working away. As they're working away, this monk steps over to you and says, "Yes."
Could you go tell that Leora that that angry one's causing a bit of trouble down here,
Of
and
course.
we'll follow her directions. But also, if
Highly
she
recommend
wants
you
us
step
to
out.
change our minds, we'll do
Yes.
that. But we're just gonna go straight to the ship now.
Can do.
All right,
Turns and steps away.
let's
As
go.
They turn and step away. You say, "Let's go."
Oh, man, smoking
seawater
stones.
sprays out. As seawater sprays out, there is no mist, but it is sea spray because there's no heat to turn it to mist. But there is sea spray, a very fine kind of spraying as they kind of rush to repair this here. As that happens, what are you doing?
Oh no, you should fix that.
We. No fucking shit. Who was that? As they begin to fix that, it causes this kind of spray of mist and wet. You guys go back out onto the dock. As you go back out onto the dock, you have your dinghy, but you can also signal the ship from here.
Yeah, I'm gonna signal the ship.
Signal the ship? Excellent. What do you guys do to signal the ship?
I'm gonna... Jerry! Go get the ship.
Excellent.
That way? Captain,
Come to
I
the
think,
dock, you idiots.
Captain, I think
I think
we have
Vibes
permission.
Is this okay
The
with
vibes
you?
are off, but chaos
Docking
seems
here?
fun.
Well,
No, that's the vibe check.
I am assuming that they still have no knowledge of me being on the ship, so if I stay on the ship,
You
I
think
will.
very highly of your friends, don't you?
Well,
I hope.
and yeah, I will kind of just like.
Excellent. Excellent. The ship comes in to dock. As the
Kaelen
ship-
takes as Kaelen will like untie his sword sheaths
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
any weaponry that might
Excellent.
seem
Excellent.
like he's trying to
Yeah.
fight. He'll just kind of like lay on.
As the ship pulls up, you guys on the docks there, you hear footsteps running and coming out from the archway where the docks are. You see, do you step down?
I stay on the ship.
Stay on the ship.
Yeah.
You
I'll
see
stay on the ship.
Jaren with a contingent of warrior monks behind him kind of running up. He says, I told you not to land that fucking ship. As he kind of looks up at
Are those your orders, Jaren, or Leora's?
He takes a look up at you.
And like Kaelen will like pull his hood up.
Oh, which
As
one do
you-
you think is his ex?
As you
I think
call
it might
out,
have been a. I think this might be sort of a free sort of area. I think everybody's kind of involved with everybody.
A bit of a menage a trois.
A menage a 73.
Tout le monde.
There's some big temple halls.
Jaren looks up at you. His face drops, and he goes, Kaelen. And that's where we're going to leave that episode.
Oh!
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Thank you for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer. If you like what you heard, give us a like, give us a review, rate us 5 stars. If you want to hear more, follow us on Patreon for more exclusive content and extra goodies. And make sure you follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Theater of the Mind Flayer or at mindflayer_pod. Thanks.